Listen, there's only one place to start, and that is with you, Stel. you weren't. Listen, look, we're not going to spend too much time going over what happened on Tuesday night because that was Tuesday, and we've got a massive game to look forward to. But I think we have to spend a little bit of time still figuring out. I know you said just now it's because you've got an infection, and I hope that clears itself up. But that was this is the first I've heard of infection. I didn't hear about the infection on Tuesday. All I heard was at 10:30, are we going to go, Sean? Are we going to go? And then at 10:45, once we figured out that Lubo and Johnny would be back by about 10 to 11, all of a sudden, Stel, you went, I got to be up early in the morning, lads. I'm gonna duck out purely because you knew you were going to get cooked for the approach in which you took on the WhatsApp group. Let's be honest, you were downplaying it. You were saying it's just Copenhagen. Tottenham aren't back. Let's see. Let's wait and see. There was no happiness out of you still, and we need to spend a little bit of time diagnosing why. What's going on, buddy?
Listen, this absolute stitch up that you're creating, all right, doesn't wash. I swear on my life, this pain hit me, and I was just mangled, man. Honestly, I haven't slept properly for a couple of nights, and it is what it is, right? If people are going to believe me, they are. If they're not, fine. I'm not here to win a court case with Sean. But
let's focus on the Copenhagen game. How do you feel about the performance?
All right. Honestly, okay. I know my opinions have this amazing knack of winding everyone up. I don't do it to wind people up. It's how I see it. So it was a good result. There's no question of a doubt. We all predicted we were going to win that game. If you go back to the previous show, we all said we're going to win. I think I said 2-0, someone said 3-0 and whatever. The reason we predicted we're going to win, knowing that we are terrible at home this year, is because Copenhagen aren't good. They're not doing well in their league. They haven't won a game in the Champions League. This was an easy game. We're supposed to win this, which is why we predicted a win. So when we did win, it was almost as if that's why we predicted the win. But the absolute hysteria that then manifested off the back of it was ridiculous. And people are too scared to say it because they're going to get called a hater. You don't support Tottenham. Right? I cast you back to when we beat Man City 4-0 last year, I think it was. And everyone got really giddy over that result. And I was live on Tottenham away. Lubo, you were there, right? And Lubo said to me, you're never happy. You hate Tottenham. I said, hold on a minute. We've beaten the worst Man City team I've seen in the last 10 years. This is not a barometer of our progression. I'm not getting excited by that win. We always beat them anyway. And you hate Tottenham, you don't like Tottenham. If I hated Tottenham, I wouldn't have flown God knows how many hours and travelled how long by car to go to Bilbao, round the houses. I wouldn't have been there supporting them when we won the Europa Cup. I love my club. I support my team. I'm just realistic. That Copenhagen win doesn't change anything for me. Go and do it against Man United, and there's a conversation to now be had. If we go and play Man United and we lose, putting in a stinker, that Copenhagen game means nothing. There's no perspective. So, look, Van de Ven's goal was incredible. The fact we went down to 10 men and kept going forward to score was great. There's a lot of positives. Ben Scarlett coming on, winning a penalty. That's what I want to see. I want to see him play more. Brennan Johnson silencing a couple of fans that said he can't play up front. I think, he showed that he can maybe do it. Yet to be proven, though, because it is against Copenhagen, so I can't.
Can I just quickly? You're saying it's just Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Right. You're saying it's just Copenhagen, right? But I'm sure Villarreal fans thought it's just Paphos. Right. I'm sure Chelsea fans thought it's just Karabag. I'm sure Barcelona fans thought it's just Club Brugge. Like, there's no such thing as an easy game of football. This is Champions League. I think we're understating that upsets can happen if you take your foot off the gas, if you let yourself down, if you take things too easy, then you can embarrass yourself. But we didn't. Even going down to 10 men, we upped up. We turned on another level. And I think you can only beat what's in front of you. And I think we did a fantastic job. And I think that some people are not really giving it the credit it deserves.
Yeah, I mean, Forest thought
we all said we were going to win, though. Sean, we we all predicted a win, though. Why? Why did we all predict a win?
Because it was one of those games where, for me, you've got no written right to a game as such, yeah? You go in complacent, that's when you get yourself hurt, whether it be on a football pitch, in a pub, whatever. You get complacent, you get done. It was a good win. It was a good result. We looked better when we actually had 10 men when Johnson came off. And I still don't think he scored that goal on purpose. I think he meant to cross it and screwed it up. But the point is, I think a few people need to honestly look at, I'm half with you on this still, as good result, okay, but it was Copenhagen. And if we now go and get done by Man U and absolutely ripped a new one by Arsenal, that Copenhagen result is irrelevant to me.
Dan, the point I'm making, right, and this is where all perspective has gone out the window with our fan base, right? We put Spurs on this pedestal now, and then if it doesn't quite happen again, we come crashing down as a fan base because we create this fixation. Right. So this is, and I'm just explaining it. That's all. Look,
we're just enjoying the moment, Stel. Can you enjoy it? I hear what you're
Johnny,
saying.
my point is this. Wait, Johnny, this isn't the point. This is the point I was making. Every week we make predictions. For the last 3-4 weeks, every game we've played, we predicted 2-2s, 2-1s. A loss. Lubo and I both predicted the loss against Chelsea. We all predicted a comfortable win against Copenhagen. Why? Because we know they're not very good and we're going to do them. And we did what we all predicted. That's the point I'm making. Yeah, it's hysteria. Everyone's got mental after that game.
I don't know about hysteria. I think that's hysteria, saying it's hysteria. I think most people, Stel, I hear what you're saying, right? I mean, no one's getting carried away. I'm not getting carried away and thinking beating Copenhagen has got any correlation to playing Manchester United. First of all, we know that Xavi and all of them are not going to get the space when we're playing Man United. Not a chance. And also, we realise the threat of Mbeumo, Cunha, Ahmad and Fernandes, right, just to mention a few, is going to be far greater than what we had to go through. And the one thing I would say, they still managed to get off 12 shots, Copenhagen, which I wasn't happy about. I meant to mention it on the other night when we did the show. 12 shots. We can't be allowing Manchester United to have 12 shots on Saturday. And, you know, considering how poor they are, I don't think that was very, I didn't think it was acceptable at all. Because, you know, a better team would have exploited those opportunities. So, I don't think anyone's getting carried away, but because, you know, it's like very much like a snakes and ladders season we're going through at the moment, where we're up and down. We have to enjoy as fans. We have to take the moment to enjoy it while we can, with the realisation, I don't think anyone is in denial that come Man United game, it's going to be completely different and we could easily get torn apart. Man United have got 10 points out the last 12. So anything's possible.
Going to be an interesting game. I mean, you would think Paulinho comes in for Sarr, and you would think that Kudus comes in for Johnson. Apart from that, the team's probably pretty much, you know, the other 9 will be unchanged from Tuesday night. Listen, they're on the up. It's obviously given them a lot of confidence. Home performances have been appalling. The nadir was Chelsea. I mean, the booing at full time. I mean, we were outside the ground. We could hear it. I mean, it was, and I think the players, you know, they were playing much more progressive football on Tuesday night. All of a sudden, you know, we're playing balls through. You know, I mean, Simmons' ball to Johnson was superb. Some of the football, you know, the move and the 1-2 and the flick that puts Muani in.
Because the opposition was shit, Lubo, and they gave us so much space, man. It's like...
fine. But you know what, Stel? What was good was that they were trying things. Against Chelsea, you know, they just looked scared. It was just like save.
Chelsea's a good team. Chelsea doesn't have to press and shut down the space. They actually tested our players, and our players melted.
They did melt, but you know, the players have players on the ball. It's their decision what they do with it. And
Is this
and
the
on-
same Chelsea that barely beat or barely got a point against Karabag 24 hours ago?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
Well, if I was a Chelsea fan, Sean, I'd be livid. If I was a Chelsea fan,
rested
I'd
a
be
lot of
absolutely
players.
livid.
Yeah, but
They
I just think we're not giving. So Stel, you're basically throwing. I would say throwing the baby out with the bathwater. But are you basically throwing the entire performance into the it's irrelevant column because we don't know it's not worth a beam because the standard is Championship?
I said the exact same thing after we beat Burnley. I said the exact same thing when everyone was gaslighting Richarlison. Oh, we've got a proper coach. Look what a coach does to Richarlison when he's shown the right way. And I came and I said, this is ridiculous. What are we doing? We never learn. I did the exact same thing after Burnley. And I think I was kind of proven right because yet again, Richie fucked us. So
Did you do the exact same thing after the Man City game or the Everton game?
The Everton game, I praised the team. I said that was a good result for us because we all predicted it. I predicted a loss, and I said I was really impressed by that. Man City, I say the same thing every year. We always beat them. Ange beat them, Nuno beat them, Poch beat them, Mourinho, Conte, everyone. Redknapp, he beat them 1-0 to get us our first ever
Can't you make the
Champions
same
League
argument
season.
about Chelsea? Can't you if you're going to dismiss the City performance because it's a fait accompli? Can't you do exactly the same thing for the Chelsea loss because that always happens every year as well?
Without fail.
You can, but at the same time, it was the performance that was upsetting. The 0.005 XG, wasn't it? It's not the loss. It was the performance. The performance was good against Copenhagen. I'm not knocking the performance. I expected that. What I didn't expect though was, and this is where I will be positive and praising, is that when we went down to 10 men, we still took it to them, and I like that. That I really liked because 10 men is 10 men, and we still dominated with 10 men. That I will praise the team and say, do you know what? That's impressive because at 2-0 down, we could have easily dropped back, shut shop, and absorbed them, and just saw out a 2-0 win. But we didn't. We hit them with some unbelievable counterattacks, and that I will say, hats off to Frank and hats off to the team because 10 men is 10 men at the end of the day.
Exactly. Still, I don't think we took it to them. They took it to us, which totally suited us completely and opened them up even more on how bad they actually were.
Yeah,
and we totally took them apart for it, basically. Again, they made us play that way and it suited us down to a T. Counter-attacking and just totally destroyed it. I mean, their goalkeeper, wow. Definitely in the wrong job there for me. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. It was the type of thing where you're looking at it. Yes, you expect to win now, which you should, but you never know what's going to happen. But it was also the point where I think a lot of people were sitting there after that abysmal result against Chelsea, where it was like a bunch of boys playing against them, where even though boys have probably got more than what that had on the pitch, where you're like, well, it's time to man up and grow up here. Go and do your bloody job. And it actually looked like we did it. But it's the next game for me that is really going to tell if they've got their act together, basically. Copenhagen, we should have won. Good result, good goals. Even some players had a good game. Odegaard, I think he had a good game by his standards. Simmons looked good. Yeah, let's see how we look against Man U and Arsenal, and then I'll decide whether I want to get excited or not.
Dan,
So far, so good.
Do you not think, Dan, that most of the games we played this season have been trying to counter a low block, whereas I think Manchester United will come at us? Will that not suit us if we play?
I think it will.
I would play defensive and counter-attacking football, exactly what we did. Although it's a much better team, that's how I'd be playing on Saturday.
This team is built for a counter-attacking style. I've been saying it for 2.5 years. No, we're probably not going to go with a 3-4-2-1 like I want us to, but even if we play with Paulinho dropping back a little bit, got the two centre-back, get a Doji on there, get Poe on there, and get him up the pitch. Stop using Porro to defend when he can't defend come love nor money because he's an attacking wing-back. A Doji made us look much better going up front because he didn't have to cut in. We weren't so reliant on the sides. And I think another thing we need to be careful of is having Kudus back. Now, obviously, I want him back. But just because he comes back on the pitch, I don't want us to focus everything on him. Get it to Kudus. Because then they just mark him out the game and they totally do us. So I want Kudus back on the pitch. I mean, he's definitely better than Johnson. But I don't want it to go to the way we have been doing it, where we then focus everything on him, basically. But I think a counter-attack is the best style when we get made to play that way. Because we're not dictators. We do not go on a pitch and say, right, we're going to play this way and make you play that way. No, every team comes on that pitch, bar maybe one, and says, right, we're going to play this way. How are you going to play, Spurs? We're a reactive team. And whenever we have to react and do it in a counter, 8 times out of 10, personal opinion, I'd say we always look better.
Well, that's your away record and the way we play away from home, isn't it? So if United do come out and play, then they'll leave gaps behind them. They play 3 at the back, don't they?
That's why we know what we're getting. Exactly.
Yeah.
Lubo, we know, unlike most clubs, we know that Amarin ain't changing it.
That's right.
And he's going to play that game. I've said for such a long time, right, I'm never going to see it probably. I think we've seen it once ever. Personally, I'd be playing Jed Spence at right back, Pedro Porro onto the right wing to cross the ball, and I'd move Kudos inside with Xavi. Personally, that's what I would be doing because we don't. I don't. Yeah, I just think that.
So Xavi off the left, Kudos in the 10, Porro on the right, Muani in the top.
Correct.
So the only problem I have with that formation is that it outrageously leaves outside of the starting 11 my man Heisenberg. What are we doing there, Johnny boy?
No. I mean, he's part of the squad, mate. He's part of the. It's not an 11. It's not an 11 goal anymore. I just don't think Pedro Porro needs to man because he.
Odebear. I call him Odebear. So.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
Listen, I think what was very impressive Tuesday nights was the fact that it looked like we had the 11 men and Copenhagen had 10, which I thought was brilliant. We broke. I mean, we could have scored another 2 or 3, couldn't we? After the 4th goal went in. I mean, Richie hit the bar twice. I just think Saturday. I think Muani will kick on. He'll start scoring. I think he looked very good Tuesday night as well.
Oh, sorry, that's the other thing, Lubo. That's the other thing we have to get back to. We haven't quite finished cooking Stel yet.
Oh yeah,
he was.
Oh, that's right. Muani's shit.
Muani apparently is dogging it, Stel.
He was terrible in front of goal. Heading the ball over from 6 yards, missing the goal from 4. I'm like, come on now, hit the target. Good first touch. Got an eye for a basic pass to lay off a striker, but in front of goal, man, I'm like, really? He's got to do.
You having a laugh, man? You're talking about the guy who was trapping balls with his shoulder, with his chest, with the outside of his foot, who trapped a ball dead.
I just said he's got a good first touch. He's got a good first touch, but we signed him as a striker, and he can't score goals.
Beautiful technique he's got.
Oh, he's missed 2 chances. He hasn't had many other chances.
Good,
2 chances.
Good chances, Sean.
Yeah, okay. That's what happens. Harry Kane's missed sitters in the past. Doesn't make him a bad player.
Levels above Richarlison and Johnson.
Yeah, but saying that someone's levels ahead of Richarlison isn't hard, is it? Come on.
He's got to score those chances for me. He can't be missing those, man. Like, let's see. Look. Let's see what he does against Man United.
He just started playing. He's had a dead leg.
They always. Dane Scarlett would have scored those goals, I think. Dane Scarlett would have scored those goals.
All strikers miss chances. If you remember the game at City, Haaland, who scores for fun, put the ball over the top just before half time from 2 yards.
But then he scores 50 goals for the rest of the season.
No, that's right. But listen, let's give Muani a chance. I think for me, he's a bloody good striker. He'll just get better and better as he acclimatises himself to the Premier League.
Bloody good strikers score those goals, man. They don't miss those goals.
Don't worry. He'll score.
Mate, he's a top player. I've wanted him since Frankfurt. I've been a massive fan. I never thought he'd ever come to this club. And I'll be honest with you, my biggest fear is if he does do well here, how the hell we're going to keep him? Because we've not tied him down to anything.
Johnny, I have a question. If Muani is that good, give me a season where he's been consistent all season, not just half a season. Just a question.
Frankfurt.
Yeah. Eintracht Frankfurt. Went to PSG. A little bit of competition there, Dan. Just a little bit. Then went to Juventus and smashed it there. Went to the club.
Smash it at Juventus. Come on. He was all right. He was not special at Juventus.
They wanted to keep him. He
not
was
disputing that.
3 goals Was it 2 goals and an assist in 3 games at the Club World Cup?
I'm not disputing. I think he's a good player. But when people start saying we got something special there and everything, I think he's going a bit OTT.
Okay,
and he did not smash it at Juventus. He was respectable.
Changed the game for France in the World Cup. Right, there's plenty of players that can play for France. If you think
he got 13 GA in 22 appearances, in 22 appearances for Juve. Not all of them were 90 minutes, by the way. He got 10 goals and 3 assists, so not bad. A goal every other game is he stretched that out as 20 goals a season. That's not in a 1-6 month spell.
He's good.
Can I say to the chat, who yet again have lost their minds because I speak, I never said Muani is crap as a player.
No, you did. No, you did. I can bring it up. I can get the screenshot.
I said he's crap in front of goal. He's
no. Wait a minute.
His first touch is good. I don't knock his first touch. His ability to get his head up and lay off the other players and bring them in is good. There's a lot about him I like. All I said was, if you're a striker, you can't be missing basic chances. If that was Brennan Johnson, we'd be going absolutely nuts at the guy.
Hold on. In front of goal, he's crap. Look at Van der Ven, better than Muani in front of goal.
Oh, those receipts are good.
Hold on, our defenders all better than Muani.
No,
all our defenders are better than Muani. Yeah.
Sean, can I have an apology, please?
No, not at all. Not at all.
The guy just.
I'm going back a little bit. Hang on.
I was at the game. I was at the game and I saw that comment came up and I was like enraged.
Van der Ven showed everyone what you do in front of goal. Put your foot through the ball, leather it, and make the goalie work to stop it. That's what you do. Muani, look, I hope he scores goals because we need a goal scorer. Everything, his all-round
here we go.
To hold up.
Muani. Laughing emoji. Muani is fucking shit. Who signed him? That's where you started. That's where they started.
He missed the chance in front of goal.
No.
Muani's fucking shit.
I want my apology now, please, Stel.
No, because Lubo's receipt cancels your one. It counts it.
Listen,
can I say?
What we do is he caused havoc. He caused his link play.
Yeah,
all right, the end game wasn't great, but the link play between Xavi, Odegaard, and Muani was far better. I know it was against poor opposition, but it's the first time we've seen decent link play up front from 3 players that seem to know what they're doing.
I don't disagree. Can we agree on one thing then? Can we agree that going forward, that if Muani, right, can you bring up the receipt that Lubo put as well, not just the cherry picked ones?
Ready, steady, cook. How do you find the defendant, Your Honour? How do you find the jury?
Right, if we're going to find this game, then I'm going to bring up.
Guilty.
Can you bring up the part where Lubo? Look how quickly he clipped that. Can you get the bit where Lubo said Van der Ven's better than him in front of goal? Because that's what I was referring to.
No, you said. Still, you said that.
I said it.
I've got some more here. I've got some more. Hang on.
In front of goal.
Do you know what's fucked up? I actually think Richarlison scores those chances Muani missed. And then you've also said... Then you also said... everyone is bigging up Muani, but a proper striker would have volleyed that in the goal or took it down, then shot, but he takes it down and passes it. So you're criticising that unbelievable first touch that he laid off to Odegaard, my boy Heisenberg. I can get these all up, but if you trust me not to do the screenshots, I'll just call them out as I see them.
No, you can bring them up. Listen, we're live. I'll say it now, live. In front of goal, Muani for me was a big letdown on the day. In front of goal, he wasn't good. His play around it.
Then said another Muani missed. Sorry, but he's not a striker. No chance.
Is it a good thing though that he didn't take the shot? Maybe he didn't feel 100% safe with it and passed it across to someone who he knew had a better chance of putting it in. I think that's
kill, though.
All right.
What a kill, Dan. The ball, he killed that ball. It was absolutely magical.
At Spurs, I said it straight after the game, and others have said it. I haven't seen someone control that like since Berbatov at Spurs. He controlled that. It was good.
Dan, that was Berbatov at Charlton, wasn't it? Do you remember?
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Oh my God, we're playing against Copenhagen. This is Berbatov now. Fuck. This is what I mean.
I didn't say that. I said the way he controlled the
Yeah,
ball.
I remember the moment. I remember the moment, Dad. Right, he kicked the ball. Keeper kicked the ball out. I was in the West Stand. I looked up. I lost sight of the ball. First game, Berbatov. The ball came down out of the sky, and he killed it and won. And everyone in the stand where I sat got up and applauded. I never forgot.
I'm not saying he's as good. I'm not saying he's anywhere near as Berbatov for me. He's a very underrated player. But
Berbatov did it against Arsenal. Berbatov did it against the big teams. Berbatov did it at the highest level, not against Copenhagen.
Did it in his first game at home.
Can we agree on one thing then? Can we agree that going forward, if Muani comes off, or we're going to bring on another striker, that the number 2 has got to now be Dane Scarlett?
Absolutely.
He's got to be given a proper chance at this football club, which is what I've been saying for a while.
100%.
Sure.
Well, if Dimitar Muanatov...
Dimitar Muanatov, this is ridiculous.
Dimikoli Muanatov.
This is ridiculous.
Dimikoli Muanatov.
You lot are finished. You're all finished, I tell you.
I'd like to move on. I'd like to move past the cooking of Stel. I just need to hear that. I'm sorry, Sean. You're right. I did call him shit without any other context, because that's how the story started. Before you got into the details about Van der Ven is better than him, and our defenders are better than Muani. Before you got into all of that stuff, the whole chat started with Kolo Muani is shit. Yes or
Kolo
no?
Muani was shit in front of goal. Yes, he was. Absolutely was shit in front of goal.
If only you'd sold it as that. But
was better. Van der Ven was better. Brennan Johnson. Yeah, but you're showing one section of the chat. You're cherry picking.
No,
this is
Labour
politics. This guy's like Keir Starmer. This is Keir Starmer tactics.
Listen, I'm the host. I got the controls on the dial.
Let's be honest, right? I think we're all in agreement that Dane Scarlett should be coming on before Richarlison. Should he come off? I think we're all in agreement that one, yeah?
Yeah.
How did they even let him take that penalty? I know we was 3-0 up and every goal counts and everything like that and everything. How did they even let him take the bloody penalty?
You know, the booing was too much, though, Dan. The booing was too much, mate.
Do you know what was that? I'll tell you what's out of order.
What do you mean too much?
It's too much. You're not booing the guy before he's even taken a fucking penalty.
Okay.
How does that help anybody?
Johnny, do you know what? Season?
I didn't hear that. And by the way, I know I asked you guys 4 times. Like, are you sure? I went back and saw loads of South Stand fans.
No. Massive boos, Sean.
Massive boos. Not little boos.
I went back and watched someone who put up on Twitter a clip of all the way through of him winning Scarlett winning the penalty, and then the debacle of who was getting the ball. And when the ball finally went to Richarlison, there was cheers. But he is the penalty taker, isn't he, in that situation?
Yeah, he is the penalty taker. So they put his arm round, Danso put his arm straight round Dane Scarlett, and everyone was booing, mate. It's a fact. He was booing. We all heard it clear as a whistle.
Johnny, do you know what?
I couldn't hear it on the clip that I saw. That's what I'm saying.
I've got no sympathy for Richarlison whatsoever. Last season, when we were, I can't remember what game it was, but we were leading by some margin. James Maddison gave the ball to Richie to take the penalty.
Yeah, but that was Brennan Johnson, mate. Brennan Johnson was going to take the penalty, and he took it off of Brennan Johnson. I was there. He took it off Brennan Johnson and gave it to Matthias Stel.
Southampton.
Yeah, fact.
No, there was.
Yeah. It was him. Honest. Well, I was there, mate. I was there.
Johnson scored the first 2, didn't he?
Johnson. Took the ball off of Johnson, and Johnson was upset at having the ball taken away from him.
He wanted the hat trick.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about the game where Maddison gave up the ball to Richie for Richie to take a penalty.
Yeah, that was last season.
Yeah. So the other players, they do it for Richie, but Richie wasn't prepared to do it for one of our own.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Understand? Yeah. So Richie's all right to let his teammates help him out, but did Richie really need to get on the score sheet? Did he really need that 5th goal? Give it to Dane Scarlett.
Probably did need a goal.
Do you know what, Stel, I'm actually thinking about this. You know, if Richarlison is the designated penalty taker, he takes the penalties. You know, this is
would Harry Kane have given it to Dane Scarlett? No chance.
no chance. This is a professional. This is a professional game.
That 4-0 up.
Doesn't
No
matter. It doesn't matter. We might need that extra. We might have needed that extra goal on goal difference because it's going to be tight at the end of the.
So you give it to Richarlison to take it then?
If he's the penalty taker, then he takes it.
Right. And if Richarlison is the legit penalty taker, then I'm going to question the manager. How can you have that as your penalty taker? He can't even score. He has got a badder shot as Timo Werner. Make me wrong. If the manager is saying that Richie is our legit penalty taker, then either we have got a load of crap penalty takers, or he needs a quick question on that one.
Richie should not be that was 2 inches away. That penalty was 2. If that penalty is 2 inches lower, it's one of the greatest pens you'll ever see.
But it wasn't.
It was a brilliant penalty, just literally centimeters. As was the header.
It wasn't.
I'm trying to give him a little credit here.
As was the header.
Shit.
As was the header.
Do you know, honestly, man, like I just don't like it when Richie's happy to accept the ball off Maddison when it's Maddison's penalty. Maddison says, "No, go on, you have it. It'll do you some good." And yet Richie hasn't got it in him to say, "Go on, Dane, this will do you the world of good in front of your own. This will be amazing." He doesn't think about that. He thinks about him and he fucks it. That's what I didn't like about it.
To be honest with you, Stel, I honestly thought Porro should have taken it. For me personally. You know, if you're gonna give it to somebody who's great at, you know, who's a dead ball kicker, then you know Richarlison doesn't take free kicks.
Scarlett was the other striker on the pitch. That's the
I
point.
don't care who it is. You don't boot a fucking guy who's on your who's your player before he's even taken a penalty. I don't care who it is. You know, no one booed when Brennan Johnson took the ball off of Brennan Johnson, right, for his hat trick to give to Tell, when Tell at the time was the fall boy, the whipping boy, right? They gave it to him so that he could try and break his duck and try and get his confidence back, which is probably what.
That's fair enough, Johnny. I think what you're saying. I think there's obviously no precedent, right? Because there has been an example where someone who needed a penalty has been given it, and there's also been a situation where they haven't, where they've taken it for themselves. I think Harry Kane would never have given up a penalty for himself. He's not thinking about other people. He's a selfish striker that's thinking about his own goal tallies and that, right? So I don't know. Look, I mean, it could have gone either way. I think I do lean with you, Stel, in that in the specific example of Maddison giving him some charity, he could have given it back. But I think there's been a few different examples where they've probably gone. I think you just treat each example on its merit. But yeah, I think the fact that Dane Scarlett that won the penalty as well probably gives you a little bit more of a reason to give it to him personally.
Did win the crossbar challenge though, Richie.
Yeah.
He hit it twice. No one else managed to do that in the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I just feel if we're ever going to develop any of the youngsters that come out of our academy, it's moments like that helps develop them more. Put them in that big moment, give them the ball, go make a name for yourself.
What happened to this?
Well, Ubo, that's the risk you take in the development. But the point is, we didn't give him that chance. And this is why I don't want to make it about the academy, but this is why I get really angry when people slag off all our youngsters saying they're shit. That's why they don't play for Spurs. It's because we don't give them a proper chance. How do we ever know? It's moments like that, you know, just like the people that all slagged off Mikey Moore. Go watch him at Rangers the last couple of weeks. He's playing brilliantly. He's playing absolutely brilliantly. And everyone... I just want to see the youth given a proper chance at this club. At moments like that,
tonight, by the way, Mikey's starting tonight under Roll.
He's playing well. He's playing really well. It's moments like that.
Unfortunately, they're 2-0 down.
At the end of the day, whoever takes the penalty takes it. Do you know what I mean? But it just bothers me that our youngsters aren't given that moment. They're not given that chance to develop at Spurs. And I personally don't like it, but it is what it is.
Mikey just had a shot that was blocked on the line through his body across it. Listen, Roma, they got Roma at home, Rangers, and Roma are second, I think, in Serie A at the moment. Good team, and they'll do well to get anything out of the game. But Mikey's, it just shows you, though, because Mikey went there and the abuse he was getting as an 18-year-old from the Rangers fans is nonsensical, as if it's his fault that Rangers imploded, not the manager so much, not the experienced professionals that have been there for years or months or what have you. It was all down on him when he had a manager that had no understanding of his position or any research into how he plays his game. Whereas Roll done his homework, consulted with Timo Werner of all people, and understood, his position and where he plays, and he's looked like a different player. Anyone who watched the Celtic game, which I did, when he came on in that game, the 70th minute, he came on. It was like unbelievable. Some of those passes were passes, guys, that we don't see at Spurs at the moment. One touch pass over the top, curling balls through. I mean, some of the passing was absolutely sublime. And I'm not just saying that as a huge Mikey Moore fan. These were facts. And suddenly the Rangers fans are all on board, like overnight, because football fans are very fickle.
Very fickle.
Of course, yeah.
We're the same with our youngsters at this club. The way we mug them is. Do you know? In some ways, I'm kind of glad that Mikey Moore went through that shit at Rangers, because if you can come out on the other side and do well, it makes you a much better player.
Absolutely.
It develops your resilience and mentality. The same thing happened to Saka. When Arsenal were dog shit under Arteta in the first couple of years, Saka rode through that wave, and now look at him. I'm not saying Mikey Moore will be the next Saka, but going through a rough period in your career can make you the person that you are in the future. So maybe Johnny, maybe it's a good thing he went through that shit as a learning curve,
Oh, when I spoke to like people, whatever, they said it'd be the making of him, and I totally agreed. You don't want easy street. It's the hard times. Look at the hard time Harry Kane had with his loans at Orient, Leicester, and the likes. It's not all champagne and roses. It's those dark moments and those hard moments that And you look at certain players like your Jadon Sancho's and your João Felix's, who have been feted since they were kids, and lauded like they're the big time Charlies. Now they can't be asked to move themselves, and there they are at 25. They're earning fortunes, massive amounts of money, but they're not really producing it on the football pitch.
I agree with you, John. It's the aspect of, for me, I know everyone's got a different scene in it, yeah? People these days of that generation are just a lot more softer, period. Forget football, they just are mentally softer. It's blunt and blatant. And I think a lot of people, and also a lot of fans, as soon as you say a bad word about a player, God, some people almost want to bring it up like you're bringing him through mental torture and he's going to have a breakdown just because you booed him off the pitch. Well, I'm sorry. If someone's going to pay £100 for a ticket, or someone's going to pay 40 quid a month for their bloody Sky or TNT, whatever, and that player or that team plays absolute crap, you have got every right to sit there and boo that player and boo that team off that pitch. Well, they all seem to want to have it all nice and shirty and everyone clapping for them when they play brilliant. And a lot of fans want you to say, yes, he done brilliant, everything. But they don't want to hear the bad side. It's like of a game. A lot of supporters, they only ever want to hear the good side of a game. Never want to hear the bad side. Oh, no, don't worry. That game was just crap. Don't worry. We'll put it under. No, I'm a firm believer that, okay, while they're on the pitch, you don't have to boo them. Wait until the end. If they've had a crap game, let them know about it. Let the manager know about it. Tell it about themselves. But again, this is where I think generations, it's too soft now. It's like they can almost do what they want. You can't say a bad word, and then they can come out and just do as they please. Well, no, you need to be told when you're not doing your job properly, especially when you're getting paid that money and people are paying that sort of money to watch that sort of game. Grow a pair, man up.
Can I just say a little bit of news? I don't know how credible it is. And maybe it's the reason why he wasn't playing on Tuesday, but they're saying that Colin Muani and Kudos were missing from training today. So hopefully it's nothing serious and it's just purely simple, giving them a rest. Let's hope he hasn't got another dead leg.
Yeah. Well, if he's out, start with Dane Scarlett. Muani's out.
Well, we'll come to that. Listen, we're going to talk about the Man United game in the second half of the show. Just want to do a couple of super chats and ask everybody to run the likes, guys. There's just under 700 people watching. Big up to you all. Awesome for a Thursday night whilst the football's on as well. So I know that